Today, I'm going to show you everything in the brand new Theme Park Tycoon 2 update, including 3 new rides, new rocks, and much more. Starting off with one of the coolest new additions in this update, Go-Karts. And well, to unlock these brand new Go-Karts, we are going to have to go up right here to this level up, and we are going to have to get them right here. Here we go. Go-Karts. Let's unlock those right here. Yeah. I am really excited to check these out, and look at that lovely level up animation. Wow. But now, if we go right here into the intense rides and scroll along, here we go. Here is the brand new Go-Kart. Now, if you weren't already aware, this is actually a tracked ride, kind of like the roller coasters or some of the transport rides that we have in the game, which means that we can actually build our own go-karts and also control them, which I'll show you in just a minute. But before that, let's build some stations out right here. I guess we can actually decide how many cars we want on this track. But as you can see right here, there's quite a few things that we can do to build quite a cool go-kart track right here. I mean, we could even add like a little bump right here. Wow, look at that. And then there we go. Yeah, let's just complete that right here. And here we go. It does look like the maximum amount of go-karts we can have is 7, so might have made this slightly too big. I'm not gonna lie, it would have been cool to have more than 7, but I'm guessing it's something to do with the actual AI and how the guests control them. But if we actually just put this into testing right here, obviously the other ones aren't gonna move, but we could actually control this right here and go racing. Yeah, woo! Damn, guys, look at this. Whoa! I will say they're a little bit drifty, it feels like. It doesn't feel like they're actually front-wheel drive, if that makes sense. This is pretty fun right here. Look, I can drift around this corner. Yeah, this is actually quite fun. And there we go, over the hill, back down, and then I wonder what happens when we actually crash into the back of another one. Oh, we literally go straight through it. Okay. And you can actually see right here that there's a thing that says what place they are and how long the actual things have been going for. Quite fun. Now, unfortunately, you can't change stuff like the actual speed or the brake power of these. I think that'd be quite fun to see, but again, I guess it's just limitations. But I did just want to show you one more thing right here, because obviously I've built this track right here, but something that we can do is actually change how wide the track is, kind of similar to the river rapids. So if we want to make this 200% wide, well, we can't do that in one go. But if I go to the advanced editor and then we change the track width to 200%, as you can see right here, we can actually make this a lot wider. We can do some more customizable stuff right here, make this a little bit thinner. There we go. And this obviously allows for a bunch of controls right here. You can do a lot of things, and I'm really excited to see what people create with this, because I'm sure it's going to be really fun to play around with. But yeah, go-kart's really cool, but we still have a ton more to look at. Now, starting off in scenery, we have a bunch of new rocks right here, which look absolutely beautiful. So let's get them all placed in right here, because there are quite a few. And here we go, guys. Here's all 25 new rocks that we've got in this update. And as you can see, yeah, these are absolutely incredible. So much more detail than the old rocks. And I was correct, by the way, when I predicted we'd be getting new rocks. So, you're welcome, guys. But there are so many in here. You can see we've got all these tiny little rocks right here. Some bigger ones. We've got these stalactites right here, which look, yeah, really cool. Very nice if you're building a cave right here. And then, of course, we've got even more rocks right here. Some really big ones that have a lot of detail in them, and one that I really love is this one over here, because this is giving me some very heavy Terran vibes right here. And I mean, yeah, these are just some really unique rocks, look absolutely incredible, and totally not painful at all that I placed all those rocks in Clearside Valley, and now we've got these. Yeah, that's brilliant. And what's extra cool about these rocks right here is not only do we have new rocks, but we can go into here and you can see that we can actually change the rock material. Because, of course, Theme Park Tycoon 2 has a couple different types of rocks that you can actually choose from materials. Yeah, you can choose between them, which is super nice. And, of course, you can change the colors to whatever you want. So there we go. We've now got a purple basalt rock. Impeccable stuff, guys. Very cool. Love these new rocks. Great new addition. But, guys, I've still not shown you everything. There are still a lot more things to check out in this update. And, well, next up, I'm going to show you right here the new Slingshot ride. That's correct. We have a brand new Slingshot. I don't think anyone predicted we'd be getting a new one of these in this update, but, here we are, new Slingshot. And yeah, I've got to say, of course, this looks absolutely incredible. Very realistic to the real-life Slingshots right here. Kind of a bit of a makeshift quality to it. But as you can see right here, they do kind of look like that in real life. So this is really good, actually, in my opinion. And we've got all of these tiny little details. We've even got the motors down here, all of the ladders going up with all of the platforms, and just, this looks incredible. So let's whack this on testing right here. Let's check this out. I'm going to, let me jump in. Hang on, guys, hang on. And yeah, let's check this out right here. So this should just, like, fling me up into the air. There we go. Okay. Whee! That is so cool with the ropes, actually, and how they kind of twist around and stuff. That's really nice. But yeah, look at us, guys. We're just rotating around. This is such a weird ride. I've never been on one of these in real life. But yeah, very cool. Lovely new addition into the game. And of course, if you still want to use the old Slingshot ride, that is now in Legacy items. And on top of that, we have another new ride right here, which is the Rocking Disc, which in real life, pretty fun rides right here. Really cool to see we've got a new one of these. Although I will say, it's a shame that we don't actually have an extended version of this with the hump in the middle as well. I think that'd be really cool to have added alongside this. But maybe that's something we get in the future. But in the meantime, let's put this on testing right here. Let's check this out, because this is a really cool ride. It's kind of almost like a roller coaster in itself, but obviously not really a roller coaster. And just the attention to detail on this, all of the bolts and stuff, these little platforms right here, this is looking absolutely incredible. This is maybe one of the most detailed flat rides I've seen in the game for a while. The thing in the middle, slightly goofy looking. It looks a bit like one of those trampoline thingies that you bounce on with like loads of air in them. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, another great new addition into Theme Park Tycoon 2 right here. A really fun ride and something that, you know, you could fit into a lot of theme parks. You can decorate this really well as well. I've seen that many times in Theme Park Tycoon 2. So definitely give this one a try, guys. Let me know how it goes and let me know if you decorate it in any way. And next up, I want to show you the brand new toilet stalls. That's correct. We finally have new toilets. I can't believe we're celebrating toilets, but we have new toilets. Yes. Yes, guys. Woo. Look at these toilets. Wow. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh. That one's a nice toilet, to be fair. These are some really nice buildings. I can't lie. I love this one especially, but these are really cool. Lots of different theming options, I guess, you can use with these. I like how they're kind of generic, but still a little bit themed. Like, this feels very industrial, but still generic enough. You know what I mean? This works really well. And I'm also glad to see, of course, that we've got 3 different ones right here instead of just the terrible one that we had before. I mean, guys, look at this thing. What is this? Although, guys, I think we're gonna have to cancel Dennis because there's no disabled toilet or unisex toilet. Dennis. Oh, no. Guys, I'm just kidding, okay? But we do have another thing to check out right here still, which is something that I have been waiting for so long. So let's grab one of these new rocks right here. And you know what? We're just going to plonk a couple of those down like that. There we go. Wow, guys, I am literally the best builder in Theme Park Tycoon 2. Incredible. But now if we just select all of these right here and we actually duplicate them, there's something new that we can do. You'll see we've got 2 new buttons right here, mirror and pivot. Now pivot we've already kind of had before right here because I can just click move pivot like this, and that basically just means that we can rotate it around this or stuff like that. But this just now adds a new button so that you don't have to use the middle mouse button. It makes it a little bit easier. We can reset the pivot. We can also align the selection to this right there. Wow, look at that. And that will just move all the things around that object. Pretty cool. But honestly, what I am most excited about right here is this new mirror tool, because this basically now means that we could just mirror any selection. So helpful. You can see right here, look, we can mirror it like that. We can mirror it vertically. Now it's upside down. And we can even flip it that way as well. This is super helpful. And if you're a bit confused why this couldn't just have been done before, basically, right here, I'm just going to place these rocks in, and then we can just move these over like this. And if I try and rotate it upside down like so, you'll see it's in this orientation. Whereas if I do the exact same thing again, but then we mirror it just like so, you can see that this is now actually in the exact same location. It hasn't been flipped like this. And it's not that this wasn't impossible for rocks. You know, we just flip this around because it's quite simple. For big, complex structures with lots of objects, it's pretty difficult to get this right. So I am definitely a big fan of this update. Very nice. And in the changelog, you can see right here, there's also been some improvements to how foliage is actually rendered right here. But speaking of, I do just need to show you one thing about the rocks, which... it's a bit disappointing, I can't lie. So if we just go across right here, we get those very lovely rocks right here. So nice, so lovely. I'm just going to scale these up very nicely like so. Wow, look, guys, such nice rocks, very beautiful. So let's now just walk a little bit away, and you'll see eventually... What is this? That's terrible. Like, let's be completely honest, guys. That's not the same rock anymore. That is just a spaghetti mess of nothing. And I understand why he's doing this. It's for low-end device users right here, but it'd be really nice to actually be able to have a setting so that you can actually adjust this right here, how far away you can get before this happens, because it looks so ugly. And we also have one other very subtle change with the precision build mode right here. So now if we just get a primitive right here, for example, and we just place this in, what we can actually now do is align this with the track, if I'm correct. So if I just middle mouse click right here, there you go. We can instantly align with the track, and, you know, same over here with the launch, same with all these pieces right here. This is super helpful because, for example, if you want to do a catwalk right here, instead of having to line this up perfectly, I could just middle mouse click, and this is now the perfect angle for this piece of track. Obviously, with long pieces of track right here, this is just going to have to kind of average it out, so it's not going to be exact. But if you do want to actually place some supports in, especially if you're building with 1 meter track, this is going to be super easy to custom support, custom catwalk, custom chain lift, all this sort of stuff. Very excited. But anyway, other than that, this is a super cool update. I absolutely love it. But you guys should let me know what you think down below in the comments. What's your favorite part of this new update right here, and what are you going to build with it? And other than that, I would like to say a massive thank you to all the members who are popping up on the screen right now. I really do appreciate your guys' support. If you do want to become a member, hit that join button down below. And well, other than that, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. YouTube seems to think you'll quite enjoy this video that's popping up on the screen, so if you're new to the channel, go check it out, go see it, and I hope to see you there.